All right, today we're going hunting for ghosts in the machine. I'm talking about those faint, elusive radio signals that can mess up our communications. But we're not using the old tools. Nope. We're using powerful algorithms that can literally see interference that's otherwise completely invisible.
Now, for those of you who've been on this deep dive with us, you know this is part 14 of our 15-part series. We've gone through the hardware, the antennas, all the fundamentals. Today we get to the really exciting stuff, the advanced digital methods that are totally changing the game.
So here's the big question. How do you find interference that's practically invisible? You know, the kind of faint, complex signals that are buried so deep in background noise that your standard equipment just scrolls right past them? That's the challenge we're tackling. And this brings us right to it. Hunting invisible interference. Because let's face it, when the traditional methods just aren't cutting it, you have to turn to something new. We're talking about really sophisticated algorithms, a lot of them coming straight out of academic research, designed for one purpose: to sniff out that weak, complex interference that loves to hide in the noise.
The secret to all of this, well, it comes down to a single, really powerful idea that changes everything. What if we stop thinking about radio signals as just waves, and instead we start looking at them as images, like actual pictures that we can analyze? This one little shift in perspective, it's the key to everything that follows.
So, if we're going to treat signals as pictures, we obviously need a way to create those pictures. And that brings us to spectrograms, or what you could call pictures of sound. This is the tool that lets us see the entire radio spectrum in a whole new light.
So, what in the world is a spectrogram? Well, think of it like a visual map of all the radio activity. Along the bottom, the horizontal axis, you have frequency. Running up the side, the vertical axis, is time. And then the signal's strength, that's shown by how bright the colors are. It's this incredible three-dimensional view that turns invisible waves into a picture we can actually see. And this is where the magic really happens. When you look at a spectrogram, different kinds of interference create their own unique visual signatures. A constant narrowband signal, that shows up as a sharp horizontal line. A sudden blast of noise across a wide range of frequencies, that looks like a big vertical burst. They literally leave their fingerprints all over the image.
So once you can see these patterns, the next logical step is to teach a machine to see them too. And that brings us to the next level: algorithms that see patterns. If spectrograms are just images, then we can use all the cool techniques from computer vision to hunt for that interference automatically.
So what's in this digital toolbox? It's pretty amazing. First up, you've got edge detection algorithms to find the exact boundaries of a signal. Then there's texture analysis, which can actually tell the difference between the texture of interference and the texture of normal background noise. After that, you use what are called morphological operations, which is just a fancy way of saying tools that refine shapes to clean up the visual clutter. And finally, template matching acts like a find and replace for those visual fingerprints we were just talking about. It's an incredibly powerful setup. Okay. So we've got the tools to find the interference patterns. That's great. But what about actually getting rid of them? This leads us to advanced signal filtering. This is the ultimate tool, not just for seeing the noise, but for actively shutting it down.
We have this amazing ability to see interference as a picture. But what's the single most powerful technique we have for actually suppressing it, for cleaning up that picture and revealing whatever is hidden underneath all that mess?
The answer is a technique called two-dimensional Wiener filtering, and the clue is right there in its origin. This is an algorithm that was originally built for cleaning up noisy photographs and images. It intelligently suppresses the interference patterns in the spectrogram while, and this is the most important part, preserving the signal you actually want to see.
So how does this magic actually work? This slide shows it perfectly. Look at the before, a spectrogram where a weak signal is totally buried in noise. A complete mess. Now, look at the after. Total clarity. The Wiener filter is so smart because it's adaptive. It looks at tiny little pieces of the image and asks itself, does this look like interference or does this look like the signal I want? It then hits the interference hard with filtering, but applies only minimal filtering to the good signal. It's this intelligent, adaptive approach that makes it so incredibly effective. Now, these algorithms aren't just some neat trick for a lab. They represent a fundamental shift in how we manage our radio spectrum. And that brings us to our final section. The future is autonomous, and what all of this really means for our incredibly crowded airwaves.
This really sums up the whole advantage here. First, automated detection. These algorithms can spot interference that a human operator would completely miss, period. Second, improved sensitivity.
We're talking about pulling incredibly faint signals out from under a mountain of noise. Third, these are adaptive systems that can adjust to changing conditions on the fly. And what's the end goal of all this? Autonomous monitoring. Systems that can manage RFI all by themselves, giving us a whole new level of efficiency and control.
And all of this leaves us with one final and I think really critical question. As our wireless world just keeps getting more and more crowded with signals, from billions of new devices, self-driving cars, the Internet of Things, will our algorithms actually be smart enough to keep our most essential communications clear? That is the challenge ahead of us.